In this video, we'll take a look at how to manage the files within a project using the Solution Explorer. There will be times when you want to add additional types of files, such as additional web forms or web services, or other forms within a Windows form application. And to do that, what you'll typically do is select the project entry within the Solution Explorer, and you'll select Add. And for example, if you select the Add New Item, the Add New Item dialog appears with different types of templates in the right-hand side pane. And they're also split out by type if you were to select any of the subfolders. For example, UI versus data versus web, etc. You're also able to select and add existing items that you may have created from other projects or that might reside in some location on your hard drive. When you select this option, the Add Existing Item dialog appears, and you can navigate to the appropriate place on your hard drive that may have other files that you want to include into your solution. Also, you're able to add folders in order to better manage the files within your application. And you could rename it if you'd like by selecting Rename from the menu and type in the name that you'd like. You can also then add files to it. For example, the new item, the existing items, or any of the predefined items that appear within the pop-up menu. So it's a quick way to add a web form or a quick way to add a new web service or a component. To remove a given file or folder, for example, let's say we go ahead and add a new item, and we're going to add a new web form called Web Form 2, and we'll select Open. And finally, the Web Form 2 appears underneath our folder. Now, what I can do is right-click this file, and I'm going to have to move the window so you can see the entire menu. From here, I can delete this file from the solution, or I can rename the file. So, for example, if I wanted to rename this to whatever, I can now make that change. And also notice while we did that, that it also changed the code behind file, whatever.aspx.db, and the resource file, whatever.aspx.resource, or ESX. Or I can right-click it and just select Delete. It'll ask me to confirm that I want to do this, and I'm going to click OK. Now, one thing that I want you to notice is that there are no more files in here. So now I can go ahead and, if I like, delete the folder as well. And it's gone. Now, sometimes in the Solution Explorer, you'll see what I guess you could call faded out icons. And that means that there is something within the folder, however, that where this project resides, however, it's not added to the project itself. So sometimes you might see additional files, and let's go ahead and show an example of that. I'm going to right-click on a solution. I'm going to add a new web form. Let's keep the default settings and have it added to the project. Now, what I'm going to do is exclude it from the project, and when I do, the file still exists. We didn't delete it off the hard drive. However, you'll notice that its visibility has changed to a very faded out little icon. And so that means that webform2.aspx is still within the same folder as all these other files on the hard drive. However, it has not been added to the project. In fact, it's been excluded from the project. So that is all that I have to tell you about file management within the Solution Explorer for a given project. Hope that you learned a little bit about this topic and that you found this informative. Thank you.